different operation. But even when I don't, we've gotten out if the board's out of town. I mean, if they wanted to get the CPAs to sign their checks before April, like from March 15th to April 15th, the whole world would shut down. That's not going to happen. So there's a provision in there for 2 management signers to take care of that. In that case, the board comes in and is able to review each check. You've got your check register that you've been provided today to review all of those. We require an invoice from a board member to do that. Again, in this operation, that doesn't make any sense at all. However, I think it would be worthwhile to have that access to the check run, to review who the checks are to, and to do some spot checking. If there's a vendor you don't recognize, pay attention to it. Okay, let's look at the invoice, let's see what it's for. I would pay attention. You zeroed in on one earlier. There's an employee with a check to him. What's that for? Well, it's for a flight. It's easily explainable. Great, let's move on. Those are the kinds of things you want to look for.
How is the check run different from the warrants that they would do?
Well, I'm sorry. Same thing. Okay. The warrants that the terms are synonymous. I'm using the UACPA term for it, so your warrant listing is exactly what you want to look at. I would look at bank statements. I would, again, I wouldn't scrutinize those as a board member because, again, you've got to have some level of trust in the competence of those, but I would make sure that the bank balance ties into the reconciliation in some way. I would take a look at, probably not on a monthly basis, but maybe on a quarterly basis, the run on the payroll report. Just take one at random, run through there, and make sure you know all the names on there. And that those are real employees, and it makes sense that their pay rate agreed, just a common sense rule. I wouldn't go to employee, I mean, if you wanted to do this, you'd be absolutely insane, but go to employee files and trace the rates into that. That's so much more work than you need to do. But just applying a high-level smell test to those things would be very worthwhile from the board. Outside of that, I don't know that there's a lot else I would do. Well, back up. Looking at the journal entry